up.
Wake up, wake up.
The Big Show
Oh, wow, that's big.
with Glenn, Angel and Tim
I know which one I'd rather wake up looking at.
on Kiss 92.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for today is Dr. Geraldine Tan from the Therapy Room.
I'm back. It's Therapy Tuesdays. No, it's
Good
not.
morning. I am so happy you are here
So am
because
I.
Angel has been irritating me. So,
So you need your own therapy, is it?
yeah.
Okay.
I've been to the therapy room so many times.
Oh, is that why
But
you...
I go with her other therapist because she refuses to see me.
So that's why you called Dr. Jerry in, to kind of like settle things down.
If it was up to me, Dr. Jerry will be in here every week.
That's true,
I
yeah.
think after that, she will need therapy of her own.
No, I did it for 5.5 years.
She managed. She hasn't gone
rock
crazy
solid.
yet.
All right, well, speaking of solid, we've got a
Yes.
pretty solid topic today.
Yep.
And the topic is what women want from men. Well, that is the age-old
Money.
question.
No, this is Glenn's topic.
Okay, I like the caveat. Disclaimer at
Is
the
it
start.
really?
Well, quite frankly, I don't remember coming up
okay.
with this
Glenn,
topic.
you don't remember a lot of
but
things.
Shalini told me that I'm the one who came up with it, so I believe her.
Okay.
Okay.
After a few drinks, this is what he came up with. What women want. This is actually a really good topic because men have been asking that question forever. What do you want from me? So
Okay.
today we'll get that answer, right?
We are all different generation. We're going to get an answer for Gen Z first. So
Oh,
I'm going to
amazing.
read out.
Okay.
I'm going to read out one of my intern's friend's little note that she's written.
Is it the intern who's with us right now?
Yes, do you want her to read it out? She can.
No, introduce her at least like what's her name again? I can't.
Intian.
Intian. I'm very bad with Chinese names.
Yeah.
She looks like to me. Let me see. I'm gonna give her an English name.
Oh.
It's so bad.
What does she
Oh
look
my
like?
Why?
God.
Don't give her an English name. She's got a name. Intian. Okay, Intian, come.
Okay.
Sit. All right. If
That's Intian.
Watch
Look at
us,
her.
watch us on the Big Show TV on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, Intian, go close to the microphone and tell us.
You can truly be yourself around this person. Don't have to put up a front or worry about how I will be seen.
Okay, yeah, you can be yourself.
Okay.
You sound very cute, by the way.
So I can just tell him what I'm worried about and get encouragement or another perspective. And also the idea that no matter what happens, this person will still be there for you, and it gives me comfort. It is also nice being cared for by other people. You will have friends, but you know that they have their own things to settle, so it will be quite difficult for us to keep meeting. But for a partner, you know you're already supposed to spend time together, so my problem is not our problem.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
See, the
Sounds
Gen Zers get
beautiful.
it.
Yes. But the question is, okay, the Gen Zs, they have yet to experience the long lives that we have had so far. Do you think what she mentioned, bro, is idealistic?
No.
No? It is possible?
Actually, she should compare notes with exchange notes with Angel. Then we can see, what the older generation feel compared to the younger generation.
Well, I totally agree with Intian. I mean, it's idealistic or ideal, maybe not idealistic,
Yes,
ideal,
it's ideal.
to find someone who will listen to your needs, support your growth, and grow with you, and not expect to be attached at the hips. If you've got your own thing to do, you've got your own thing to do. You don't need to constantly be checking in on the other person all the time. That's just insecurity, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So you've never been insecure, ever?
Of course I have. I have been insecure. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
honest. I mean,
yeah.
everybody is insecure
There
from time
was
to time.
one relationship I was so insecure that I was literally begging for the other person's attention.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I knew that if I didn't have that person's attention 100% of the time, that person would get distracted
Okay.
Right.
and go
Okay.
somewhere else. So for sure.
And then you became wiser.
Exactly. I learned from my mistakes.
But at the same time, the reason why I say idealistic, right, is because sometimes you want a little bit of both, and you want each at different times, right? Sometimes you want your own space. Sometimes you also want the intimacy to be around the other person and all that. And I feel, at least in my experience, the struggle comes in knowing when to do what. You know what I mean? Because then you end up getting very irritated when you're around the person all the time. They're like, oh, you are smothering me. Or then you give them their space and they're like, oh, you don't care for me. And after a while, once again, the guys are like, Then what do you want? Why no consistency? Yeah.
No, we're there to protect our women. We're there to provide, But then when it comes to what we want back, you guys should know.
Okay.
What is that?
Some intimacy.
It's like the battle of the sexes.
That's
today.
all one.
3 women against 2. All right. Let's go.
Okay. Let's continue to talk to Jerry on The Big Show TV. Meantime, here's Flo with Lee Kit on Kiss 92.
Okay. Should I get another set of something for Yin Tian? Seems
What
we have a
set of
special
what?
guest.
Set of what?
Headphones or
Headphones.
microphone. What do you think?
Do we have another slot to put the
I mean,
microphone
we'll be
in?
talking to Jerry more.
More, yeah,
But then
you
from
can
time to
jump
time,
in,
we'll
yeah,
be,
okay.
So you just sit next to Jerry, no problem.
Then when we need you, we'll
dear.
reach out to you.
Yeah. Okay, so Jerry, you can have the...
The microphone and headphones, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get into it then.
Okay.
Okay.
So I suppose a good place to start would be gender roles, how
Yes.
things have changed over the years. Because what we tend to want from our partners from the opposite sex is kind of based on what society, the kind of roles that society has kind of put them in. How has that changed over the years?
Instead of looking at how it changed, because we are looking at the current.
Yep.
So I think Angel mentioned about insecurities,
Yep.
but there's so many different. We are in transition. So I always say that we are in transition because the previous generations, they understood gender roles differently. So the men were supposed to be like, emotionally dominant. They were supposed to be dominant, career driven. They're supposed to be the provider, right?
Yeah.
And
So I cannot
they-
help, I mean, if a guy is not
Yeah.
providing for his family or for his wife, then I can't help.
Yep.
You
this
can't help
person.
what?
Because a woman who doesn't have, let's say, a man who is the provider, let's say, who's not contributing, right, and the woman gets tired of the guy.
Yep.
I mean, we have to understand that.
Well, okay. I mean, when you say provide,
Yeah.
what do you mean by provide?
As in
Do
a
you mean
lazy bum, lah. If the guy is a lazy bum,
But
let's say.
supposing he is a house husband, so he is
House husband, okay.
providing, but not in the traditional form.
Yeah.
She's relying on him for other things.
That's fine.
Okay.
He's still providing,
Okay.
still caring, still
Yeah.
So you're
taking
talking
care
about
of.
the guy who doesn't do
Is
anything.
a complete lazy bum.
Right, right. He's
You
the
know
guy
what I
that
mean?
lounges on the couch all day,
Correct.
doesn't pick up after
that
himself.
is extreme.
Yeah, okay.
That one
Let's
is
talk
Yeah,
about
but I just
generic,
want to make
right?
it. I just want to make it clear. So we cannot protect a guy like that who is a lazy bum who's abusing his
Of
wife.
course, of
whatever.
course.
Yeah.
Not abusers, not.
We're
those
talking
that-
stereotype.
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
We're talking about mainstream. Today
Yeah.
is really about mainstream. Please do not take it out of
I mean,
context.
not all women are like you, so understanding and so,
But having said that, we all have needs.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't matter, right? But if we look at the roles of women of the past, they were supposed to be confined to the home environment, very limited social sort of interactions,
Barefoot and pregnant.
sit around gossip.
That's
you
right.
know.
Yeah, have lunch.
Tupperware parties.
Yeah,
That was
Tupperware
back then,
party.
yeah.
yeah. So they were very limited in their scope that they can do, and they're not permitted to go out. And even if they go out to work, perhaps it's very manual, very menial sort of tasks, like sewing.
Secretaries.
No,
Not even.
not even that. That would actually be going into an organization, actually doing something, being exposed to more people. So in the past, they don't. They stay at home. They look after the neighbors' children. They sew. So that was that generation, right? Very, very limited. So now
and there was nothing wrong with that. Actually.
there was nothing wrong with
It was
that.
their role at that time.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. But now the roles have changed because women are encouraged to go out. So for those of us who have girls, we will say go and do whatever that you want to do. Don't stay at home. You can cook, but it is just part of one of the activities.
It's
that you
for
engage in.
survival.
Oh,
You
it's
know what
for
I mean?
fun.
Yeah, it's for fun. It's a need that you need to
Yeah.
fulfill.
Correct,
You know, it's
correct.
not because the man wants you to cook.
But what I feel right now that is the problem is that women don't take into consideration that men and women are different, and so sometimes the woman is almost the dominant sex, so to speak, and that kind of like upsets the balance a little bit because it is our nature to be the way we are. You know what I mean?
The needs are different. Agree with you. But I'm not talking about, not yet. We can talk about that. We're not talking about that yet. We're looking at financial security.
Okay.
You know, so in the past, women are heavily reliant on the men for the financial security. The home, you know, is under the guy's name, or the running of the house is. I mean, mainly the not the logistical part of it, but the administrative part of it is all under the men.
And for many good reasons why things have changed as well. One of them could be the cost of living is so expensive. Now you cannot really survive. A lot of families can survive on just a single income family. Now in order to support the lifestyle of the family, both parents have to go to work, right?
Yes.
Both couples. And obviously if both people are out there, they're both going to be ambitious. They're both going to have priorities when it comes to being career driven as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're going back on air. Okay.
Cause I always feel that I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the PIE towards Tuas after Adam Road, a broken down vehicle. Also on the TPE after Elias Road, another broken down vehicle. That's it for now. Let us know if you spot anything. 885550
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for today is from the therapy room, Dr. Geraldine Tan. And the question we're asking is what women expect from their men or their husbands right now, and what should women expect from their other halves?
Yeah, I think, Dr. Jerry, you were talking about before, like our parents' days when the women, in inverted commas, had to stay at home, look after the kids, look after the neighbors' kids, sew all the clothes, cook all the food and all that, right? And it made them they were financially dependent on their husbands, on their partners. And I feel like, and I've seen a lot of it, and I think quite a few people can relate to this. Of those people who are maybe now in their 70s or 80s, when one partner dies, it's almost like the other person is left without a limb. Because for the women, if the women go, the man can no longer look after himself. You know, he has no idea where the kettle is, doesn't know how to cook, this and that. If
That's
the
a hopeless man.
No, but there are a lot of men, you know, that like they depended on their wives to do, say, the paying the bills, say, you know, whatever it is, updating this, that, and the other, right? Remembering all the birthdays of the children or whatever. And then you have the men who pass away, and then the women are just left with all this money if they leave them the money, not knowing what to do with it as well, you know?
Absolutely.
So it's, I feel like now everything has balanced out. It's not that one has become stronger than the other. Everyone's balanced out. They all both earn their own money.
True.
And they both manage different things.
They manage different things, but also that, you know, it's in transition. So some of the areas that you speak of, it still happens today.
But I think it's the attitude. These days, I feel like it's the attitude. Like, you know, husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, they need to respect each other.
Yeah,
Of course.
That's the most important thing.
course,
Respect, communicate, you know, I think that's key.
So the respect part, right? I was going to segue into that. So the financial independence or the financial security held by the men is often coupled with I've got a status outside. So that they garner a lot of respect, and when they bring it home, they also expects that. Yeah. So current situation is women go out, women also have a status. So then how do we balance that respect given to each other?
You
So-
drop it at the door, right? You know what I mean? Because
that's
it
why
changes.
there's a relearning of what, you know, respect
Now
is.
we test them. We test the both of them. Jerry and Angel.
What?
Because I want to ask both of them like this question, okay, and see you know what they say. So what do you expect from your husbands? Angel?
I expect. Well, it's not so much expectation, because I feel if you expect too much, you get disappointed. If you expect something, you will get disappointed if you don't receive it. I think it's more an understanding that he respects what I do.
Yep.
You know, so I don't. It's not an expectation that I have. He respects what I do. He respects what I earn. He respects my mind and what I have to say, and in turn I do the same for him. And as we grow together, we try and recalibrate what our lives are, because people can't not change as they go through a relationship. You absolutely change as you go through a relationship. You cannot be that same teenager you were when you first met. You can't turn around and say, but this is not the woman I married, because it's not.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because everybody changes, and if you can get through a relationship constantly evolving with that person, that's why the saying, I want to find someone I can grow with, is so important, because you need to do that. So that's what I expect, in inverted commas.
And then, Jerry, what do you expect from my bro, Julia? I mean, he's an excellent golfer. I respect him.
The expectation, I agree. So if we use the word expectation, it's so loaded, right? But I think expectation is also the right word, and I would apply it with any relationship, whether it is a friendship, whether it is a parent-child relationship, right? We need to learn, relearn, unlearn, relearn, and learn again with our children, our friends. If not, we can outgrow each other.
Yeah.
Or we just have more and more conflict because we don't understand this person. We get stuck in the past.
Yeah.
We get stuck in the past, especially, for example, teens. Teens are teens, but many parents forget that they are teens and think that they are still like in primary school.
Babies,
Or they apply the same teenage standards to
That
their
they
kids
had.
that they had in a previous generation.
You're stuck in the past.
Right.
You need to learn and unlearn.
And also, she doesn't restrict her husband from doing things. Many women restrict their husbands from doing a lot of things
It is a
because
lot
they don't
of
trust.
learning.
Yeah, I can go
Trust.
to Vietnam and to Bangkok with Julian and play golf. Jerry, no issues
With you,
whatsoever.
maybe I.
Let's continue to talk to Jerry on the Big Show TV.
Angel and T.
This is a smart woman right here.
I thought I was doing so well until that point. Okay, sorry, Julian.
But that's it. I mean, just, carrying on this expectation, right? Obviously, things have changed over the years, okay? And I'll even talk within the same generation.
Yeah.
Okay, because I grew up, and I suppose with a lot of female friends who are into the whole female empowerment thing. They want to do this, they want to be treated equally, they want the same opportunities, they want to be part of the decision-making process. But at the same time, I'm also hearing from them now, okay? They're like, man, I want a guy who will take charge. I'm tired of taking charge all the time. You know what I mean? And earlier on in the program, I mentioned, sometimes there are a lot of contradictions. You know what I mean? One moment you say, I want a man to be attentive. The other moment is, I want him to respect my space. Or I want a man to kind of pamper me, but at the same time, respect my financial independence. You know what I mean? So in this day and age, do you think women still expect men to take charge and still fit into traditional, gender roles?
This traditional thought and talk, right? Maybe I pivot slightly differently. I really have to talk about social media and the media that we are consuming. Whether it's C-dramas, K-dramas, Taiwanese dramas, I don't know, whatever it is, the depiction of romance is really just gunning for the chase. And then you have that, soft, handsome guy that
Did you say soft?
no.
But you're not buying into it, lah. But what about you, Tian Tian?
Yeah.
I think
That's
it's
not
easier
her
for
name.
me
That's
to
not her name.
remember.
No, that's
They
not her
might-
name.
Only on the show I call
No,
you Tian Tian.
Ying Tian.
Ying Tian.
Yes.
But I'm sure
Glenn?
your parents call you Tian Tian or something.
Oh, no.
Yeah, see?
Hey!
See?
But
I know
you're
that.
not her parent.
It's okay, but it's easier for me to remember.
You're old enough to be her
Only
parent.
Glenn Dong can call you Tian Tian, okay? All right, so what do you think?
What is the question?
No, as in like, is she,
is
Jerry
she
just
sucked
mentioned.
into that
Yeah.
whole world of K-drama?
For me, I do feel that when I watch, so I watch a bit of Thai dramas as well.
I like Thai dramas. Shh. Okay.
There is this one show that I watched recently, and I thought the guy was quite manly.
Okay.
So he would, because it's set in the ancient times, so the guy was more of the protective husband. So when me and my cousin were watching the show, we thought like this is the kind of guy that we would want.
Okay.
But for me, at this age, I would know that a lot of shows, they they make you fantasize what a partner is like. Because in reality, you can't really expect a guy to be like what you see on the shows because it's all acting.
It's all make believe, right? So
Yes.
what do you? So let's throw that.
I
question.
believe I'm like that guy.
So. So let's throw that question to you, the Gen Zer. What do you expect from your partner? You know, I mean, you say you're single right now, right? But if you're looking, like, what is your
Personality
list?
traits, character traits.
What is the list you have?
Yeah.
You know, what does he have to be? Ideally, stop it, Glenn.
Glenn
I
flexing.
prefer a softer guy
When you say softer,
in the way that he respects and understands that I have my soft side. So, you know, we say we want a manly man, but we don't, for me, I don't want a man that's always like so alpha.
Too hard. Like,
so you're
So-
talking about sensitivity.
Yes, I want
Okay.
him to be emotionally sensitive and aware of my feelings.
Okay. Now, but you said I don't want him to always. Does that mean sometimes you want him to be
Yes.
dominant? How will he know when to be dominant and when to be
This
sensitive?
is his problem. Yes, he doesn't understand when the woman wants that.
I think it's easy actually. You just experiment. You know, you can like, which is why I'm saying push the buttons once in a while. Then you know either she can take it or she can't take it. What she likes, what she doesn't like. You know, sometimes it's true, right? If not, how? If you can't be like sensitive from start to end, and then after a while, your woman will get bored of you.
Dr. Jerry?
What do you think?
I will save her.
But it's true.
Okay, relationships, open communication. So rather than playing guesswork, okay, let's be open, because if, let's say, I'm supposed to guess what you want and you're supposed to guess what I want, we'll play charades all the time, right?
So So if you're feeling, if I were feeling a bit needy, I'd be like, no.
But don't we have fun playing charades?
That's when you're
don't
playing
know.
games. You don't play games all the
Yeah,
time.
that's a game that you're
It's
playing.
don't know, bro.
Like you don't know whether
exhausting.
sometimes you don't know whether they want to be spanked or not. You know.
No,
Things
not even that. I mean, come on. I'm sure you have been in enough situations when it's been a case of like, "Are you okay, dear?"
You see, that's why I've been divorced
It's
3
like,
times. You see.
What?
Because
What's,
I experiment too much.
if you're upset, why don't you tell me? Why do I always have to tell you? Why don't you just know? And I'm like, because I'm not a mind reader.
But you're right. You know, the woman has to, or the partner,
Yeah, partner.
it technically, I won't say should, but would be nice if they shared, okay, I'm in the mood right now, leave me alone. You know? Or I'm feeling a bit...
I'm in the mood. Let's go.
No, yeah, or I'm in the mood. Let's go. Or do you have 5 minutes? Or I'm feeling cranky. You know,
Leave me
don't
alone.
be in my space. Or I'm feeling needy. I need a hug. I need some loving. Because men quite simple, right? You can
Yeah.
just go to them and they'll give you anything you want, right? So
You know, okay. Side to home.
No, I
is that
admit that.
true? Are men like that? I mean, if men also get into moods.
We are the simplest creatures.
But
oh my
men get
goodness.
into moods as well, no?
Of course,
they
get
do.
into mood, you know.
So
And
what
just
if
to-
the two moods don't match up?
Once again, I want to jump back to something you mentioned earlier, okay, about all these things that have been put together out in shows that we watch, right?
Yeah.
These like impossible men, right, on TV always happen to know what their women want all the time without their women having to tell. And that's
scripted,
why
yeah.
women watching these shows go, that's right, the perfect man just always knows.
Those are stupid women. No, women watch those shows and believe it. They are not.
and then they get upset because their men cannot read their minds the same way some guy
You know,
on TV
it's
can.
the balance, like everything you need, the yin and the yang, the balance, right? Because sometimes if the woman gives in too much to the guy will take her for granted.
That's true.
And vice versa.
I mean, we grew up on fairy tales like Cinderella and Snow White and all that. We didn't exactly say a prince is going to come and kiss us and, you know, like give us the kiss
Yeah.
of life.
Yes.
It's the same thing for TV now. That's their version of fairy tales, right?
No, but I was very serious when I say push buttons. I don't mean it in a
It sounds
crazy way, but it is true, because if not, a relationship will just be flat.
Plateau.
It won't be interesting after like 4 or 5 years.
But
you
he
know?
said
and
earlier,
it's very hard
push
to get
but-
out of that.
When you say push buttons, you mean irritate.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that right?
Husband
I mean,
and wives, boyfriend and girlfriend, they irritate, playful with each other.
Okay.
you
Yeah,
know.
playful
playfully.
is different.
That's pushing buttons. That's once in a while. It's like your boyfriend farts in your face. Isn't that irritating?
It never happens.
Exactly,
Oh
but
my
for
gosh.
some couples it works, you know. I mean, that's not my style. But what I mean is, you need to be, you need to be so
mainstream,
Playful,
mainstream.
yeah, okay,
We're talking about
mainstream.
mainstream.
Tian Tian, don't be with a boring guy, okay? Okay, there are
You're
many
not
guys out there very
scared,
boring.
Yeah. No, but I also want to look at the stress level that all of us have. And let's talk about what women are looking for, okay, when we are all in this climate of stress. Emotional stability, emotional maturity,
Yeah.
right? Emotional reliability, shared values. So this is research by Tian Tian, as you call her.
No, only I can call it in.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. And somebody that contributes to the mental load of life. Now, these are really big things because in the past, men carries it and they are told to carry it all the time. Women come into the workforce and suddenly there's a equality of all the different roles, and these are what we want for someone to share that
Load.
with us. Yeah, but men are not familiar with it.
Yeah, but then
they
the
don't
thing is-
share load with each other.
But then how do you reward your men? And I'm not going there. No.
Okay.
All men want is to feel loved and respected.
Women
Yeah.
want that as well.
That's all.
Women want that.
And a
Yeah.
lot of men give it to the women, but then it's not enough because we're so different. We are very, very different.
Yes.
But
You know? Sometimes you think you're getting through to the guy, but because we're built a certain way, we don't get it sometimes. It's true. Let me be the first to admit it. We don't get it.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know?
So
But it doesn't
share
mean we
with
should be
us.
punished for
No,
it.
no,
Exactly.
of course.
I like this conversation
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we need to then communicate and let us know what you need.
Because I feel the giver giving, say, something may not be what the recipient
Yeah,
is receiving
correct.
in
Correct.
terms of what they you know what I mean, because your gift to me may not be the same gift that I see.
Yeah.
So you saying we're always giving love and attention to the women.
Yeah.
I may not see it as love
No.
and attention.
Yeah. No,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Because it's completely different,
But-
and there's no communication.
But why is it we all accept that, after we become a couple,
Yeah.
either married or going steady or whatever, after a while, the excitement disappears. That's normal. I don't
shouldn't
feel
be
it's normal.
It shouldn't be normal.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
think, okay, if I might interject here, right? Back in the what one gender wants from the other, I think that also changes based on where you are in life.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so yes, I understand what Brother
Yes.
Glenn says. You want that excitement, you cho-cho a little bit,
Yeah.
you push each other's buttons. But we've already mentioned we are in a highly stressful environment, a world now where you've got so much stress. And I'll be the first to admit, okay, I'm not proud of this, but at this point of my life, okay, I would sacrifice excitement for peace. So the
Yeah.
same way you say,
Yeah.
oh, things cannot just be stagnant,
Plateau,
right?
yeah.
Plateau.
Yeah.
But you know what? To avoid the lows, the drops, I would sacrifice the ups and downs, the excitement all the time, just for the peace. Because
Right.
you know what? I'm getting stress everywhere else from the world. I don't want to get that when I come home from my partner. Sure, I may get some ups, but it's those downs
You don't
because
want
I'm
the
already
downs.
getting the downs elsewhere. You know what I mean?
But
Yep.
peace all
Yep.
the time also is boring, right? You know what I mean? I mean, you can have peace, but peace all the
Not
time
all the
means you're
time.
dead.
No.
No. So
So
what
that can be
Tim-
happy peace, but that can be boring peace
Yeah.
as well.
How
You're
about
right, you're
finding
right.
out, like, okay, like the woman and the guy, both of them, they require different things, right? Okay, so if you are stressed off, my dear, my love, what would you like?
You do
Right?
not talk to me
Okay,
like that.
And I will give you what you need to relieve that stress. And if I am stressed and all that, I will need something
Yeah.
that you can do to relieve my stress. If both sides know what is required,
Exactly.
then
And it has to be
Everything
the
will be good.
needer that says what they need.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like if I am stressed,
Yeah.
I will tell you what you need. You don't give me what you think I
But
need.
you agree, Jerry, that these days communication
Yeah.
has broken down. Not many people like to communicate. In fact, they just keep quiet.
Because too many people are on their phones and are communicating through
Yeah.
their phones. They're constantly like sitting next to each other. They're like, "Oh, honey, did you see this? Never mind, just send it to me."
Okay, what do you think?
You know what
Jerry?
I mean?
I think the conflict comes with people are more emotionally attuned now. They learn the language of emotion. They are more emotionally aware, but they don't know how to share it. So they keep it within
You
themselves.
think they're more attuned or they're more disconnected? in terms of emotions?
They know their emotions. I didn't say they know somebody else's emotions.
Right, okay.
They know their emotions. We've taught them the language. You know, we've encouraged them to be aware of emotions. So now they are acutely aware of their emotions. And then they go, oh, I feel all these, but you're not helping me.
Yeah.
Hey, send us
You
your
know?
situations via Facebook right now for, I mean, people who are listening
yes.
in. What is your
Yes.
other half like? Like, you know, I mean, if you go home, your wife is pulling a long face, that's it. You go somewhere and just chill. You don't
Yeah.
want to get into like an
Stay out
altercation
of the
with
battle,
her,
right?
and vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, just give us examples.
Okay.
But back to what you said earlier on, and I like the idea of compromise. Is like, you know, when I'm stressed, you help me out. You tell me what you need. When you're stressed, you know, you tell me what you want. I'll give you what you need, right? But what if you're both stressed? And remember, back in the day, when the husband has been working all day, slogging in the office, he comes back, he's stressed. He wants his, you know, he wants, you know, something from his wife, you know, to
Yes.
relieve him. But now, in this generation, the man's out there all day working, so is the woman. They both come home. They both had long days.
Tired. Yep.
They are in no position to expect the other person to drop what they're doing
Yeah.
to help alleviate their stress.
Just pleasure each other, and then all the stress will go away.
But if you know what you need, right, to help yourself relieve some of the stress, go for a run, you know, watch your dramas, whatever it is, or indulge in your hobbies. Just ask your partner for that time, right? And then, so it can be as simple as asking your partner for some space, some boundary, so that people don't encroach into your space. Yeah, so we know that emotional regulation is like that, where we can do it and we are resourced enough to do it on our own, and then we are able to reconnect with the other person better later on. This is what we do in parenting too.
Do you think asking for space, while, I mean, you know, in the right motivation and practice properly is good, but could also lead to an attitude of disengagement?
Then both don't understand each other. If you're using it as an excuse, if I guess what you're alluding to, he needs all the time for himself, she needs all the time, and then they do funny things outside, right?
Oh, no. I just mean
Oh, no,
disengage,
no,
meaning like I never want to talk to you. I'm just always at peace by myself
There are a lot of
because
people
it's
like
less
that.
stressful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel
Okay.
so sorry for some of my friends. Okay, one friend in particular, he has a den in his house. He's there alone most of the time, just like, you know, entertaining himself, watching TV, listening to music, but and having like, you know, a few
Drinks,
drinks.
yeah.
It's great. When we go over to his house, we go to his den, you know, but then he is in the den by
Alone.
himself.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not with his wife. They
They live separate lives.
They've gotten
almost.
so used
there's
to
so
just-
many couples like that.
Yeah.
It's so sad. I keep on telling him, wow, can you imagine if you're
Then-
single?
Then they have not relearned how to reconnect with each other.
Which I was going to ask, do you
Yeah.
think we've lost the human connection or reconnection because of the amount of distractions that there are? First, social media.
Social
Secondly,
media.
streaming. You know what I mean? The ease of entertainment online. You know,
Yep.
everything is so quick.
Yep.
I'm tired of this show. No, I'm going to move on to the next. I can't even sit through the opening credits because it takes too long.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
Apple and,
Yeah.
and Netflix and all that, they allow you skip intro. Why? Because we are so impatient when
Instant
it comes
gratification,
to
yeah.
things
Correct.
being given to us,
Absolutely.
right? So do you think we've lost the human connection because of all this?
So the distractors, the screens are really, really irritating, and we have to work around them. It's not about not having them, but we have to work around them, work with them, and to do other activities to reconnect with each
Yeah.
other that does not involve the screen.
Yeah.
So we really need to put in effort. So there's more effort than ever. So if we're talking about like the poke, rather than poking.
Oh,
you
by
know,
the way, Facebook has brought back the poke. Okay,
Oh.
I just thought I'd say that. Yeah, you remember?
Soon
People
they'll be-
use the poke.
Soon they bring back the throwing a cow at you. Remember?
Was that-
There was a
Oh,
wall
yes,
throwing a
yes.
cow.
Yeah.
Because there was a wave, right?
Yeah,
so
the
everyone's
poke
using
is
the
back.
wave, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but to relearn each other through, face-to-face activities. I think that is very
I think a lot of
important.
families and couples now are also doing what they're leaving the phones at the door
Yep.
when they get home, because honestly your company is not going to sync in the 3 hours that you're at home and not paying attention to it. Your friends are not going to leave you. Nothing is happening on Instagram or social media that needs you or at work. So you can like put the phone away for a while, no TVs or whatsoever, and just connect, right?
Right.
So, just a bit on that media and the longer term relationship. So we are talking about sustaining a relationship. So I actually am very curious because I talk about social media. Social media is all about the chase. It's all about the flutters. It's all about the butterflies. And you keep chasing that. So every show you watch, they stop at I got the girl. And then that's it. Oh, I got the guy.
Oh,
whichever.
you don't see the after, yeah.
You don't see the after. There's no sustenance of it. So I'm actually very curious about the Gen Zs, right? Do you know how to sustain a long-term relationship? Because that's what we are trying to get at.
Are you talking about romantic or friends as well?
Even romantic partner, committed long term. So many of them, it's very trending, and correct me if I'm wrong, right? They look for long term committed relationship, but not necessarily marriage.
Yeah, which is
Tian Tian, what do you think?
What-
Do you want to get married, or you just want to be in a long-term relationship?
I do want to get married, and I know a lot of my friends, they have the mindset of dating to marry as well. So
Have you been in a long-term relationship, if you don't mind me asking?
no, I have
Never.
not.
How
Okay,
can look
okay.
at her? How can she be in a long-term
There
relationship?
are some people that start young and carry on seeing each other.
She looks 15. It's like no, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So a lot of my friends, when they get into long-term relationship, they do want to stay committed because they know they would hopefully be able to marry that partner. But I think a lot of us don't really know how to sustain it because as Dr. Geraldine said, based on the shows that we watch, the last episode is always the marriage.
The happy ending.
Yes, so we just see the marriage and not how to sustain it. So I feel if you see on social media, a lot of young people think that if their relationship meets a little bit of difficulty, then that person is not right for them.
Yeah.
And the advice will just be, leave him, just break up.
And then
Right.
find somebody else. Yeah.
Yes.
It's tough. It's tougher now.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
tough. Okay, let's go back on air.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the AYE towards the MCE, we have an accident right after Clementi Avenue 2. Same situation on the PIE towards Tuas. An accident in lane 3 after Clementi Avenue 6. If you are in that area heading down that way, please be extra careful. And wherever you are today, stay safe.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV, our guest for today, and we miss her. You know, we want to get her back more often, but she's so very busy as well. Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room, and she's here this morning with her intern, Tian Tian.
We're talking about what, we're talking about expectations, lah, basically, okay? What your partners expect from you. We got a message from WhatsApp from Anonymous who says, of late, I've felt really disconnected from my hubby. I've chosen to let him be because I don't want to add to his stress. And I have found peace in my own little world. Now, despite all the disconnection, we've somehow managed to clock 28 years together this month through the happy times, the not so happy times, and everything in between. Maybe that's what marriage is sometimes, staying even when you're not always in sync.
I feel this is what Tim said earlier. Keep the peace instead of saying anything else. And your friend as well, who has his own den and his own little world.
Yeah, and he wants to keep the peace as well.
There you go. Keep the peace and just trudge through life. And in the end, you're going to turn around and go, wow, 28 years has passed.
But
and what has
also, I
happened.
agree with them. Sometimes if it's too quiet, it's very boring.
It is, yeah.
It's very sad.
Oh, you
it
agree
feels
with me,
quite
is it?
sad.
Yeah,
You
no, it
agree?
is
For
sad.
once,
It is
yeah.
sad. And for once.
Yes.
She said them because she purposely don't want to say you.
But but it's a sad, lonely life. But you're
It
in a
is, it is.
relationship. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be sad and
No.
lonely.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
So how do
Okay.
we fix that though?
So okay, we're going to use a framework. We're going to end with this, right? So I'm going to use a framework called choice theory, and he's William Glasser is really popular with the couple or couple work. Okay, and he says that we have 5 basic needs. Of course, there are more, but this theory we have 5 basic needs: survival, power, fun, freedom, and love and belonging. So we actually have 5 basic needs. And if any of these are compromised or any of these are threatened, that might cause a disconnect. So
Yeah.
we might want to look at it and say, okay, which one do I need to spend a little bit more effort to try and work with it? Am I, demanding for too much power, perhaps?
I love that though. The five
Yeah,
points there.
it is
very,
really,
very
really
accurate.
good,
We
yeah.
should definitely put it up on our socials.
Yeah, so
it's
it's
choice theory.
survival, power, fun, freedom, love, and belonging.
Love and belonging is
Are together,
one.
yeah?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
I suppose
yeah.
you
I
can
need
just,
all 5. Really.
Yeah.
Wow.
So and if any one of it, is to you may be compromised, this may be a disconnector for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just want to use this as a measuring stick for people's relationships.
Yep,
Okay.
yep,
So, I
yep,
mean,
yep, yep.
if you're in a marriage or if you're in a long term relationship, this is what you got to ask yourself. You know what I mean? Can you survive with this person? Right? What is the power dynamic between the two of you?
Sure.
Right? Is there still fun in the marriage? Freedom? I think you gave that up once you became married. Love, hopefully. And obviously, there should be belonging. You belong to each other.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. When he said survival, why did you laugh?
No, I'm saying that he immediately picked up all the questions, and I like his line of
Yeah.
questions, and maybe coming from me is too clinical, but coming from him, it makes it very palatable.
Well,
Then
thank
he
you
said
very much.
freedom. Also, you lose that when you get married.
Isn't
Why
that-
is
I
that?
mean-
No.
I think most
You do
people
what?
think of,
Really?
marriages and
Can
good
you ask
darn
him to go to
freedom.
Bangkok with me?
That's not
For like
free.
a
No, I would let him. But again, maybe with you not.
There you see? Why is it like that?
You are the common
Why?
denominator, Glenn.
Why?
I'd let him go with Tim.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
okay.
not as well,
Actually,
no,
to be
no.
honest, right? I'll be honest with you. I don't know if Sabrina would let me go to Bangkok. I don't know. Just putting it out there.
Wow.
Glenn as well, right? See, yeah.
Because I did ask her once. She gave me the eye.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Getting a reputation there, Glenn.
Okay, sorry, go on. Go on, Jerry.
But Glenn is on the wall of the Incense Stevens men of integrity.
Absolutely. I have integrity.
It's been a while since they relooked that. They probably forgot his picture was up there.
It's just that I know what I want. That's why I'm clear.
yeah. But besides the 5, I would invite you to all look at relationship habits under the choice theory also. So there are positive relationship habits and negative relationship habits. So we talk about disconnecting. So disconnecting habits are criticizing, blaming, complaining, nagging, threatening, punishing, and bribing to control.
Wow, bribing.
Wow.
Yes.
We do that with our kids, don't we?
Sounds like most marriages.
And what we want to actually do is our connecting habits. So connecting habits are supporting, encouraging, listening, accepting, trusting, respecting, and negotiating differences.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm so fascinated by women.
Hey?
Really, because they're all different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And we are
love the fact that
fascinated by men too.
every woman is different.
Men are different.
Yeah,
too.
men are different
Yeah, they
too.
are.
Yeah, but I mean,
But he's not interested in men. He's only interested in finding out about the women.
yeah. And now that I can, I mean, I can, I really,
Openly
really
say it. Yeah.
study women.
Because you got the freedom. One of the basic needs. You got the freedom.
But that's all he has.
But our interpretation
No, you got
of
the fun
freedom is
too.
different.
Sorry?
Our interpretation of all these things
Basic
are
needs.
different.
Yeah.
We need to align them.
And it's not about having each one at 20%
No,
to make up 100, right? Yeah.
Everybody have different preferences and different, amounts of what we need from each pillar, right?
Yeah.
Each need.
Okay.
So it doesn't mean that you need to have equal. It doesn't mean that you need to have all of them.
Okay, I want to ask Tian Tian. Sorry, may I call her Tian Tian?
Yes,
Yin
yes.
Tian.
Okay.
You have to ask her
Okay.
whether can or not.
May I call you Tian Tian? Okay.
Sure.
Just very quickly, out of the 5 basic needs, because you're representing Gen Z, what is the most important one for you?
Out of the 5.
Go through the 5 again.
Survival, power, fun, freedom, love, and belonging.
Ooh, got to
I
pick
would
one.
say love,
Love
and
and belonging.
belonging.
Okay.
Okay.
After that'll be
okay.
boring.
So
After like a
that's
few
what
years.
we all assume love and belonging.
At the beginning, I
Yeah,
think.
so everyone
the
goes for
beginning,
that, and then after that, when it becomes a little boring, then everyone wants that fun,
fun, the
and
freedom,
and then
yeah.
the relationship goes haywire.
Then you have a power struggle between the two,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So it's about balancing it out. Okay. That's something to look at.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Jerry.
Marriage is hard.
It is. tough.
It is effort and it is a choice.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr.
Before
Jerry.
you go, your quote,
Yes,
Dr. Jerry.
by William Glacier, no less. What happened in the past that was painful has a great deal to do with what we are today, but revisiting this painful past can contribute little or nothing to what we need to do now.
That's right. So move on, start afresh.
Yep.
You know, don't live in the past.
But learn from your mistakes at the same time.
Don't give up.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
she got gifts.
Yes, I have.
Tell us.
So you want to ignite your olfactory sense?
Ooh.
Or
is that a fragrance?
This is like a Dr. Martha.
It's a nasal spray.
Or no, it's not a nasal spray.
Olfactory is just scent.
Is it a cologne?
And if you want to be kissable,
Ooh, lips.
yes.
Lip balm.
So-
Yeah, I want to be
one.
kissable. Give me one.
I knew it.
Everyone wants to kiss me
I
and
want
just
one
come up
of
to me and
each.
kiss me.
I'll take the
Yeah.
fragrance.
Okay.
Ooh, pawpaw.
So
Lip balm.
again, it needs effort, but these are tiny efforts that you can do for yourself.
Oh.
Thank you, Dr. Jerry.
Dr. Jerry.
Thank you so much, Dr. Geraldine Tan.
Happy to be back.
If you need someone to talk to, go look for her at the therapy room, okay? And Tian Tian, thank you very much for coming in as well.
Glenn, Angel, and Tim. The Big Show.